another, and it is a depiction of our national flag and the face of the Akash Ganga. The formation will be piloted by and it is a depiction of our national flag and the face of the
history pride amongst the personnel of armed forces. The precision of
What science says about procrastination. Creating to-do list is not going to help you. Installing permanent
C-7 Mark II aircraft. In past 1 year, the Air Force Academy has flown more than a staggering 25,000 hours on the Pilatus PC-7 Mark II aircraft. In addition to flying, the faculty is also home to the pre-flight training course, which conducts pre-flying training for the direct entry cadets of the flying branch selected through CDSE or AFCAT.
The trainees at the Faculty of Flying probably undergo one of the most challenging 6 months during their Stage 1 training. The training schedule is challenging and rigorous. The schedule of the trainee at the faculty is typically packed with both flying and commitments such as professional classes, drill and parade, athletics, sports, swimming, cross-country and all other events. The flying training in itself can be a nerve-wracking experience for all the trainees. All through the training, the cadets are molded, mentored, and transformed into thoroughbred professionals by the qualified flying instructors. The flying instructors are selected from various flying squadrons depending on their proficiency, competency, and aptitude. After being selected from the squadrons, they have to undergo a rigorous 6 months course at the Flying Instructor School located at Tambaram, Chennai, before they become qualified as flying instructors. The QFI has to don many hats during the course of the training. He is a friend, philosopher, and a guide. Nowhere else is the relationship between the instructor and the pupil as intense as it is in the Faculty of Flying, and this develops into a special bond which is cherished forever.
After successful completion of the Stage 1 phase, some of the cadets proceed to Air Force Station Hakimpet for their Stage 2 training with the Fighter Training Wing, where they fly the Hindustan Jet Trainer 16 Kiran aircraft, while the rest of the cadets continue with their Stage 2 training at Air Force Academy on Pilatus PC-7 Mark II aircraft. After completion of their Stage 2 training, 92 trainees are being commissioned today. The trainees have now been trifurcated into the fighter, transport and helicopter streams. 53 trainees have been allotted the fighter stream and will proceed to Air Force Station Bidar and Air Force Station Kalaikonda for their operational training. 22 trainees who have been allotted the transport stream will proceed to fixed wing training faculty at Air Force Station Yalahanka for conversion on transport aircraft. And 17 trainees allotted with the helicopter stream will proceed to Air Force Station Hakimpet for their helicopter conversion. Thereafter, they will join the front-line combat squadrons of the Indian Air Force. It is also pertinent to mention that 41 cadets of 210 PC course who had joined after completing training at the National Defence Academy have also received their B.Tech degree in Applied Electronics and Communication from Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi.
The next group of aviators being commissioned today is the trainees of 210 Ab Initio Navigation course, whose training was conducted at the Navigation Training School located at Airport Station Begumpet. The role of navigators is critical in ascertaining the position of the aircraft with the use of available navigational aids and avionics. In one of their challenging roles, navigators also fly as weapon system operators in the twin cockpit of Sukhoi 30 MKI, a multi-role fighter aircraft, or as combat system operators in the C-130J aircraft. Today, 10 trainees of the navigation branch would be getting their commission.
The trainees of 210 Ground Duty Officers course, which includes permanent commission as well as short service commission, commenced their training at the Air Force Academy in December 2021. They comprised of 33 flight cadets from the administration branch, 9 flight cadets from the accounts branch, and 25 flight cadets from the logistics branch. The ground duty branch cadets are imparted basic professional training at the Faculty of Ground Training, and the training period spans over 2 terms of 24 weeks each.
The training at the Faculty of Ground Training has evolved into a scientific process by means of integrating many improvements and modifications over the years. A new modular pattern of training for the cadets of ground duty branches was introduced in autumn term 2022. The new pattern of training has introduced increased rigor, disruptive pattern, and outdoor training by night. A number of activities such as parade, PT, swimming, ranged firing, unarmed combat, and route march were conducted by night. The instructors posted to the faculty are specially chosen from the field units based on their profession, acumen, experience, and their performance. Other than the professional development of the trainees, the instructors also aid the trainees in the overall personality development so that by the time the trainees earn their commission, they emerge as all-round officers with a sound professional, military, and social skills.
Now, let us know what duty each officer of the ground duty branch who are graduating today would perform in the Indian Air Force. The administration branch cadets are further bifurcated into fighter controllers and air traffic controllers. The officers selected for air traffic controllers would be posted to the air traffic control to regulate the air traffic at the operational and joint user aerodromes of the Indian Air Force, while the fighter controllers would be posted to various radar units and hone their skills of positioning a fighter aircraft over an enemy aircraft so that they can attack and destroy enemy aircraft.
Are you struggling to build new habits and maintain them? Are you frustrated that you start building these new habits, but they last for a week, 10 days, or maximum 1 month, and then you write go?
conducting staff. The Air Chief Marshal
Session of parade is not only a sign of good discipline and camaraderie, but a crucial element in raising the standards of military service.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I draw your attention to your right as the Nishan Toli is about to march in before you. When the Nishan Toli passes in front of you, all are requested to rise and those in uniform to salute.
देवियों और सज्जनों, जब निशान टोली आपके सामने से गुजरती है, तो आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि वे अपने स्थान पर खड़े हों और जो वर्दी में हैं, वे सलामी दें।
I feel stuck in my company and position. I am treated like I am part of the furniture here.
अब परेड हमारे समक्ष है। वायुसेना अकादमी के कमांडेंट, एयर ऑफिसर कमांडिंग इन चीफ प्रशिक्षण कमान और समीक्षा अधिकारी के आते ही परेड सभी का अभिवादन करेगी।
Parade holds great significance for the armed forces. It reinforces discipline and instills a sense of pride and esprit de corps. It's a way of life for the personnel in the armed forces and depicts the level of preparedness and precision of an air warrior. Drill and marching are two essential elements of a military parade, which ensures a disciplined team. The word parade comes from the old tradition of formation combat, in which the soldiers were held in strict formations to maximize their combat effectiveness. Although close combat has given way to coordinated three-dimensional application of military force, modern military organizations still use parades for ceremonial purposes as well as to inculcate self-discipline.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. B. Komla, President of Valokal, has arrived. She is being received by Mrs. Swapna Chawla. आज की संयुक्त स्नातक परेड के लिए हमारे साथ कई विशिष्ट अतिथि और गणमान्य व्यक्ति हैं, जिनमें शामिल हैं एयर मार्शल संदीप सिंह, पीवीएसएम, एवीएसएम, वीएम, एडीसी, वाइस चीफ ऑफ एयर स्टाफ, एयर मार्शल के अनंत रमन, वीएसएम, एयर ऑफिसर इन चार्ज एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल एलएस सिडाना, कमांडेंट एमसीईएमई, मिस्टर महेश भागवत, आईपीएस, कमिश्नर ऑफ पुलिस रचकोंडा, Mr. A.S. Ranjan, IPS Director, SVP NPA, AVM Manish Khanna, AVSM, VM, Commandant, College of Air Warfare, Major General R.K. Suresh, Shaurya Chakra and Bar, GOC 54th Infantry Division, Rear Admiral Sanjay Dutt, VSM, Commandant, College of Defense Management. We are also honored to have amongst us some distinguished air veterans. Today we are honored by the presence of Air Marshal M.B. Marden, PVSM, AVSM, VM Gallantry and Bar, Air Marshal P.V. Athavle, PVSM, AVSM, VSM, Air Marshal C. Hari Kumar, PVSM, AVSM, VM, VSM, Air Marshal S. Harpal Singh, PVSM, AVSM, VM, Air Marshal M. Baladitya, AVSM, VSM. देवियों और सज्जनों, एयर मार्शल बी चंद्रशेखर अति विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल कमांडेंट वायुसेना अकादमी का आगमन हो रहा है।
Ladies and gentlemen, Air Marshal B. Chandrasekhar, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Commandant Air Force Academy, has arrived. He is being received by Deputy Commandant Air Force Academy.
If you've been looking at different strength training and flexibility routines, and you want a full body workout that creates a stronger, more flexible, physically fit body without weights or having to go to a gym, then keep watching to learn more about a home workout program with over
Ladies and gentlemen, Air Marshal K. Anantharaman, Vishisht Seva Medal, Air Officer in Charge Administration has arrived.
The combined graduation parade takes place twice a year at the Air Force Academy. The President's Commission is awarded to the cadets of various branches on successful completion of their training during this combined graduation parade. During the training, the cadets assimilate professional skills of a high order and develop personal attributes of leadership, discipline, and determination, which are essential for officers and leaders of the armed forces. It helps the budding officers build upon the intrinsic qualities of leadership by placing the highest value on honor and integrity and selflessness to the point where the country's interests are placed first always and every time.
Ladies and gentlemen, today the reviewing officer and visiting dignitaries are being escorted by UTFO Avishka Sharma, Flight Cadet Preeti Singh, UTFO Gajendra Venkatesh, Flight Cadet Lalit Gautam, Flight Cadet Sagar Chaudhary, and Flight Cadet Hitesh Sontake.
One of the major activities of combined graduation parade is the presentation of arms to the reviewing officer and inspection of parade by reviewing officer, followed by oath-taking ceremony. The parade presents a final general salute followed by Baju Shastra. This signifies the end of ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Ambika Singh, President Afwa Regional, has arrived. She is being received by Mrs. B. Komla and Mrs. Swapna Chawla. आज परेड में नंबर 1 और 3 वायुसेना के बैंड मौजूद हैं, जिसका नेतृत्व जूनियर वारंट ऑफिसर मनोज कुमार कर रहे हैं। देवियों और सज्जनों, एयर मार्शल मानवेंद्र सिंह, परम विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल, अति विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल, वीर चक्र, विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल, एडीसी, एयर ऑफिसर कमांडिंग इन चीफ ट्रेनिंग कमांड का आगमन हो रहा है।
Ladies and gentlemen, Air Marshal Manvendra Singh, he is being received by Commandant Air Force Academy.
Hey, did you know that you can build amazing dashboards just like this in Microsoft Power BI, the world's #1 business intelligence tool, without having any coding knowledge? Just by learning this one skill, my students have bad
Ladies and gentlemen, the passing out parade is a memorable occasion in a trainee's career. It marks the culmination of sustained efforts of training establishment to train the potential officers so that they are fit to assume their responsibilities in the Indian Air Force. The parade contingent before you has been trained under the guidance of Wing Commander K. Srinivasan, Senior Instructor Outdoor Training, Squadron Leader Sanjay Singh, Flight Lieutenant Akanksha Mishra and Warrant Officer Ashok Kumar Singh, Warrant Officer in Charge Outdoor Training. Ladies and gentlemen, Air Marshal Sandeep Singh, Param Vishisht Seva Medal, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, ADC, Vice Chief of Air Staff and Mrs. Kamini Singh have arrived.
आइए अब बताते हैं इस परेड में दिए जाने वाले पुरस्कारों के बारे में, ताकि आप उनके महत्व से अवगत हों, खासकर उन सम्माननीय अतिथियों को जिनके बेटे बेटियों या रिश्तेदारों को आज ये पुरस्कार प्राप्त होंगे। प्रेसिडेंट्स प्लाक, यह पुरस्कार पायलट कोर्स, नेविगेशन कोर्स और ग्राउंड ड्यूटी कोर्स में पहले प्रशिक्षु को दिया जाता है। चीफ ऑफ एयर स्टाफ स्वॉर्ड ऑफ ऑनर, यह पायलट कोर्स में समग्र रूप से प्रथम आने वाले प्रशिक्षु को दिया जाता है।
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Tahamida Hannan, President BAFWA, has arrived. She is being received by Mrs. Ambika Singh and Mrs. B. Komala.
At this stage, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to apprise you of the sequence of flypasts for today's event. As the parade presents arms to the reviewing officer, a flypast of 3 Pilatus PC-7 Mark II aircraft led by Wing Commander Prashant Kondal and Squadron Leader Himant Raj will give an airborne salute. As the parade presents arms to the reviewing officer, 3 Chetak helicopters led by Wing Commander Vivek Kumar will fly past in a wing formation. After the commissioning ceremony, as the first rank of newly commissioned officers approach the dais, you will see a fly past of 3 Kiran aircraft in formation led by Wing Commander Yasir Faruqi. As the last rank of newly commissioned officers approach the dais, 3 Hawk aircraft in formation led by Wing Commander Akhil Bharadwaj will fly past. Today's flypast is being coordinated and supervised by the Chief Operations Officer of Air Force Academy, Group Captain Mohit Mathur. He is being assisted by Squadron Leader Jyoti Sharma and Junior Warrant Officer B.V. Brahmaji.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आज के लिए हमारे समीक्षा अधिकारी एयर चीफ मार्शल शेख अब्दुल हन्नन, बीबीपी, बीयूपी, एनएसडब्ल्यूसी, एफएडब्ल्यूसी, पीएससी, बांग्लादेश वायुसेना के प्रमुख का आगमन हो रहा है।
Ladies and gentlemen, the reviewing officer for today's parade, Air Chief Marshal Sheikh Abdul Hannan, BBP, BUP, NSWC, FAWC, PSC, Chief of Bangladesh Air Force has arrived. He is being received by Air Officer Commanding in Chief Training Command and Commandant Air Force Academy.
Hello everyone, this is Karan from Elister, and I'm here today to introduce to you our new M300 air module, which is compatible with both our stations, the Lighty and the Safety. The new M300 air module is easier to install,
South front, off direction left, clear left, Simon!
Air Chief Marshal Sheikh Abdul Hannan, BBP, BUP, NSWC, FAWC, PSC, GD pilot, assumed the command of Bangladesh Air Force on 12 June 2021. He hails from Bagarhat and was born on 1st August 1963. The Air Chief Marshal was commissioned as a General Duties Pilot of BAF in 1984.
The Air Chief Marshal is a qualified flying instructor and holds the highest flying category A, along with Proficiency Wing. He has served as the Chief Examiner of the Helicopter Examiner Board of Me 17171. An alumnus of the prestigious Defence Services Command and Staff College Mirpur, the Air Chief Marshal also graduated from Air War College, Karachi, Pakistan in 1999 and received Master of Defence Studies and Master of Strategic Studies degrees respectively. He completed his National Security and War course from National Defence University, Islamabad in 2014. He was adjudged as a top graduate and received MSc in National Security and War Studies.
The Air Chief Marshal has commanded a number of operational flying squadrons and wings. He commanded BAF Base Sheikh Hasina and then BAF Base Bir Shrestha Mehtur Rahman as Air Officer Commanding. He was Commandant of Bangabandhu Aeronautical Center and performed various staff duties at Air Headquarters. The parade adjutant is Flight Cadet Vartik Rana.
Number 1 Squadron is commanded by Flight Cadet Ashutosh Paliwal.
Number 2 Squadron is commanded by Flight Cadet Akanksha Khar.
It's for the first time that the Nishan Toli comprises entirely of women trainees, and the Nishan bearer is Flight Cadet Nishtha Vats. Number 3 Squadron is commanded by Flight Cadet Sehajpreet Kaur.
Number 4 Squadron is commanded by Flight Cadet Gokul K.
Air Chief Marshal Sheikh Abdul Hanan rendered valuable instructional service to Defence Services Command and Staff College as Directing Staff, Senior Instructor Air and Deputy Commandant. He also rendered his service to National Defence College Mirpur as a Senior Directing Staff. The Air Chief Marshal also prepared a comprehensive compendium on history of air power, which has been endorsed as a reference book for various training institutions' course curriculum. Under the blue helmet, the Air Chief Marshal served as military observer in the United Nations Protection Force in Bosnia-Herzegovina in 1995. He also commanded a Bangladesh Air Force contingent in the United Nations mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo in 2006 and 7.
In recognition of his meritorious service, Air Chief Marshal Sheikh Abdul Hanan was awarded the Peacetime Air Force Medal, Biman Bahini Padak, and Air Excellence Medal, Biman Utkorsha Padak. His hobbies include reading, hiking, and visiting archaeological sites. Air Chief Marshal Sheikh Abdul Hanan is married to Mrs. Tahmida Hanan, and they are proud parents of a son, Sheikh Labib Hanan, who is pursuing his graduation at the Institution of Business Administration, Dhaka University.
Start Brad Cop! Mansak Zaniki! Agade! Command!
Are you a slow reader? And do you want to read these types of books?
Now, you can see the parade commander marching towards the side of number 1 Squadron beside the parade adjutant.
Ladies and gentlemen, the passing out cadets will now present before you a display of their skill, synergy and discipline as they march in front of the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, when the Nishan Toli passes in front of you, all are requested to rise and those in uniform to salute.
देवियों और सज्जनों, जब निशान टोली आपके सामने से गुजरती है तो आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि आप अपने स्थान पर खड़े हों और जो वर्दी में हों वे सलामी दें।
Hey, I am going for a vacation.
Stop, stop, stop. I know.
now marching in front of you, playing the tune Astronaut, composed by late Master Warrant Officer J.A. George, Vishisht Seva Medal.
Guys, exam labs can help you easily pass your certification exam on your first try, and you can change
निशांत प्राण आयोगदान पुरस्कार वितरण और शपथ ग्रहण के लिए तैयार है श्रीमान।
The trainees being commissioned today are Flying Officer Arpit Yadav, Flying Officer Arjun Sharma,
Flying Officer Varun Rao,
Flying Officer Gavin S. Inos,
Flying Officer Amit Bhatt,
Flying Officer Abhas Sharma,
Flying Officer Janvi Kakulate,
Flying Officer Rohit Singh,
Flying Officer Manthan Sharma,
Flying Officer Janvi Jayesh Vyas,
Flying Officer P. Arvind,
Flying Officer Vikram Yadav,
Flying Officer Saurabh Pratap Singh,
Flying Officer Prabjeet Singh Sandhu,
Flying Officer Mandeep Singh Gill,
Flying Officer Arun Kumar Pratap,
Flying Officer Vartik Rana,
Flying Officer Vaibhav Kaushik,
Flying Officer Shubhendra Singh,
Flying Officer Angad Singh,
Flying Officer Meherjot Kaur.
Hey, I have a question for you. If I were to present you my data in the form of this boring Excel,
Flying Officer Mridul Dubey,
Flying Officer Prithviraj S. Palkar,
Flying Officer Narayan Soni,
Flying Officer Devesh Kumar Shahi,
Flying Officer Nikhil Daya,
Flying Officer L. Yudhishthir Sharma,
Flying Officer Shubham Rawal,
Flying Officer Bhavna Gulia, Flying Officer Shaur Sood, Flying Officer Srimat Mathavan,
Flying Officer Sayyam Yadav,
Flying Officer Komal Preet Kaur,
Flying Officer Shivam Kothari,
Flying Officer Kachi Preetham,
Flying Officer Ayushi Khedkar,
Flying Officer Ayush Joyal,
Flying Officer Chandan Kumar Mandal,
Flying Officer Karan Gurung,
Flying Officer Arjun Shekhar,
Flying Officer Akrur Bhattacharya,
Flying Officer Akshay,
Flying Officer Ashutosh Paliwal,
Flying Officer Shikhar Guleria,
Flying Officer Parul Chabda,
Flying Officer Kartikeya Gautam,
Flying Officer Vedika Gupta,
Flying Officer Mohammad Zuhaib.
Flying Officer Gokul K.
Flying Officer Nikita Singh.
Flying Officer Umesh Saharan.
Flying Officer K. Saicharan Reddy.
Flying Officer Hamza Nuzhat Ajmeri.
Flying Officer Abhimanyu.
Flying Officer Shubham Chaudhary.
Flying Officer Parth Sarthi Mure.
Flying Officer Arun CV.
Flying Officer Piyush Chaudhary. Flying Officer Rishabh Gupta.
Flying Officer Prateek.
Flying Officer Aditya Shubhangi Gavle.
Flying Officer Karthik Suraj.
Flying Officer Udit Saggad.
Flying Officer Lohit A. Giri.
Flying Officer Aman Kumar.
Flying Officer Pradeep Kumar.
Flying Officer Divij Singh.
Flying Officer Harsh Singh.
Flying Officer Digant Devra.
Flying Officer Vishal Kumar.
Flying Officer Ankit Ghansela.
Flying Officer Kajal Chaudhary.
Flying Officer Raja Shravana.
Flying Officer Joshua Hopper P.
Flying Officer Yash Verma.
Flying Officer Vishal Manikandan.
Flying Officer Sakshi Gehlot.
Flying Officer Shivjot Baba.
Flying Officer Karan Kumar.
Flying Officer RSV Anirudh.
Flying Officer Abhishek Kumar Singh.
Flying Officer Himanshu Tiwari.
Flying Officer Vamshi Krishna.
Flying Officer Samson Santharaj.
Flying Officer Yash Khatri.
Flying Officer Vaibhav Chauhan. Flying Officer Prajwal R. Shetty.
Flying Officer Adarsh Pandey.
Flying Officer Joel T. Raju.
Flying Officer Ravi Prakash Singh.
Flying Officer Nitesh Kumar Saini.
Flying Officer Veda Shravya Sarvanan.
Flying Officer Vaibhav Singh.
Flying Officer Vineet Kumar.
Flying Officer Nivedita Sharma.
Flying Officer Shivam Sharma.
Flying Officer Nikhil Thakur.
Flying Officer Pratyush Rawat.
There are 5 ways you can make 1 crore. Number 1, start your digital marketing agency.
Flying Officer Akansha Kharb.
Flying Officer Payal Mankotia.
Flying Officer Prateek Kishore.
Flying Officer Manas Chaudhary.
Flying Officer Aditya Krishnaraj.
Flying Officer Vikas Mehra.
Flying Officer Manan Singh Matharu.
Flying Officer Vaishal Ganesh.
Flying Officer Boli Muntha Nikhil.
Flying Officer Ajay Bangalwa.
Flying Officer Harmandeep Singh Gill.
Flying Officer Devansh Nagi.
Flying Officer Rahul Madhav. Flying Officer J. Jagdish Pandian. Flying Officer Mohit Lohakna.
Flying Officer Ravnish Munjal.
Flying Officer Munshi Khan.
Flying Officer Vikrant Samdev.
Flying Officer Chaitanya R. Kulkarni.
Flying Officer Kirthana NB.
Flying Officer Anmol Randhava.
Flying Officer Krishna Prasad.
Flying Officer Sanjeev Yadav.
Flying Officer Naveen Raja.
Flying Officer Raghuvendra Pal.
Flying Officer Ravi Vijayvargiya.
Flying Officer Gurpreet Singh.
Flying Officer Indrajit Singh Shekhawat.
Flying Officer Avinash Thakur.
Flying Officer Mayuresh Shalar.
Flying Officer Aditya Sharma.
Flying Officer Mayank Pant.
Flying Officer Sahajpreet Kaur.
Flying Officer Akash Kumar Ranjan.
Flying Officer Nehal Rawat.
Flying Officer Priyavardhan Reddy.
Flying Officer Maitri Nigam.
Flying Officer Suraj Shehrawat.
Flying Officer Kapil Kishan Pandey. Flying Officer Purvesh Durakkar.
Margo! Mark!
Flying Officer Avinav Kumar Ojha.
Flying Officer Anish Singh Sisodia.
Flying Officer Kaustubh Mishra.
Flying Officer Pranshul Sood.
Flying Officer Yogesh Sai Lenka.
Flying Officer Shashank Sharma.
Flying Officer Apurv Santosh Pandey.
Flying Officer Deshpande Shrivats.
Flying Officer Manu Mittal.
Flying Officer Nepo Moirantham.
Flying Officer Akash Singh.
Flying Officer Sarvesh Nawande.
Flying Officer Narayan Vinod.
Flying Officer Mannat Ahluwalia.
Flying Officer Dipanshu Dhankad.
Flying Officer Tarkik Sundria.
Flying Officer Akhand Pratap Singh.
Flying Officer Karan Kaushik.
Flying Officer Saurav Negi.
Flying Officer Jobin Joy.
Flying Officer Shishir Kumar.
Flying Officer Sachin Mavi.
Flying Officer Chaitanya Joysa.
Flying Officer Ankit Kumar Jha.
Flying Officer Tanmay Dhondiyal. Flying Officer Rahul Kaushik. Award of Wings to Indian Navy officers, Indian young Coast Guard officers and cadet from Vietnamese Air Force of 210 pilot course. Deputy Commandant Abhishek Pant. Deputy Commandant Bharat Paliwal. Assistant Commandant K.S. Thakur. Assistant Commandant Alok Kumar Singh. Assistant Commandant Bharat Chauhan. Assistant Commandant Anmol Kochhad. Assistant Commandant Rajat Khanna. Assistant Commandant Kunal Janeja. Assistant Commandant Abhishek Chauhan. Lieutenant Akshay P. Menon. Lieutenant Saurav Sharma. Lieutenant Siddharth Kumar. Lieutenant Rajat Kumar Singh. Lieutenant Mohakmeet Singh. Sub-Lieutenant Anmol Agnihotri. Flight Cadet Bui Duk Kui from Vietnamese Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, the reviewing officer will now felicitate the award winners. President's Plaque, first in order of merit, Flying Branch, goes to Flying Officer Ashutosh Paliwal. The Chief of Air Staff Sword of Honor goes to Flying Officer Ashutosh Paliwal.
President's Plaque, First in order of merit, Ab Initio Navigation course goes to Flying Officer Mayuresh Shalar. President's Plaque, first in order of merit, Ground Duty Officers course, goes to Flying Officer Akansha Kharp of Administration Branch.
The Commandant, Air Force Academy will now administer the oath to the newly commissioned officers.
आप मैं बोलने के पश्चात अपना रैंक और नाम बोलें। मैं ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची निष्ठा और वफादारी रखूंगा और मैं भारतीय संघ की भारतीय वायुसेना में सेवा के प्रति वचनबद्ध रूप में ईमानदारी और विश्वसनीयता के साथ सेवा करूंगा और जहां भी आदेश किया जाए हवाई, भूमि या समुद्री मार्ग से जाऊंगा और अपनी जान की आखिरी सांस तक भारत के राष्ट्रपति और मेरे ऊपर रखे गए किसी भी अफसर के सभी आदेशों का मानूंगा और उनका पालन करूंगा।
इंसान प्राण आपके बस तैयार श्रीमान।
Ladies and gentlemen, the reviewing officer will now address the parade.
Air Marshal Manavendra Singh, Air Officer Commanding in Chief, Training Command, Air Marshal Sandeep Singh, Air Marshal B. Chandrasekhar, Commandant, Air Force Academy, distinguished guests, proud parents, instructors, newly commissioned officers, member of the media, ladies and gentlemen, namaste, assalamu alaikum, and a very good morning to you all. I deem myself extremely privileged to grace the combined graduation parade of 210 course at Indian Air Force Academy. At the outset of my speech, I express my appreciation for the immaculate turnout, good military bearing, and the excellent standards of parade presented before us on this very special day. My heartfelt congratulations to all the newly commissioned officers and their proud parents present here. I congratulate those who have distinguished themselves by winning trophies for outstanding performance during their training. I would also like to congratulate all the officers who have earned their coveted wings today. Dear graduating officers, always remember that your achievement today is the outcome of the oceans of sweat and dreams of your parents and instructors. Your induction as an Air Warrior in one of the finest air forces in the world is definitely a great hallmark of your life. I'm sanguine that effective training, regimentation, professionalism, and camaraderie engraved in you at the Air Force Academy will surely benefit you as you shoulder more responsibility as an officer. I'm pleased to note that the IF is keeping pace with the changing environment and has improved the training curriculum recently to train resilient, dynamic, and field-ready officers. I'm told that the flying and ground training syllabuses at Air Force Academy have undergone a change to increase the rigor